It's been nearly 9 years since Lee and Cheryl first decided to follow their dream and move to Spain. But somehow they've ended up owning a fishery in North Wales.
I loaned the guys some money. When we came over, we were a bit dismayed at the state of the place, and the only way we could see us ever getting any money back was to actually buy it off him.
But therein lay a problem.
The only thing with a fishery that's I find a bit abhorrent is the fact that I've got to kill the fish. Sorry about this, Mr. Fish. That's not my scene, to be honest with you.
So they've spent a year trying to decide what to do with it, and the only answer was to sell.
Yeah?
I was quite sure you were going to say yes.
I'd like to present you with this little memento.
What's this? Lee
Here
and
we are.
Cheryl, good luck in your new venture from Dragonfly Fishery.
Their dream was back on track, and they set about finding somewhere to rent in Spain.
Cracking.
You've done us proud, Julio. This is okay.
The quicker we can move in here, the better.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And now, Lee and Cheryl look to be leaving Wales for good. Lee and Cheryl are expecting to complete on the sale of their fishery today and are busy packing up and making final preparations to leave for Spain this afternoon.
You can stay here if you like.
Ah, shut up.
And I'll go to Spain.
But the sale has hit a legal hitch, and their buyer, Keith, in Birmingham, is going to have to delay.
I still want the fishery, so obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have gone this far down the track with it. He can't sell it to me unless he's got everything in order. So it's just a matter of just paperwork, and they've got to be patient, more or less,
Lee, patient? That'll be the day.
If he doesn't complete by today, I'm just going to flatten this. I'll flatten it with a GCB and leave it, because there's nothing that can harm you. It's only a hole in the ground, so I'll just flatten it and we're going to Spain anyway, because I've had enough.
Everything's ready. We were waiting for Keith to turn up. And then we had a phone call from Keith saying, oh, I'm going to see my solicitor this afternoon, but he said I won't allow you to complete until you can prove to me you've got insurance on the place. So Lee's not very happy. He's banging and crashing around there because he's losing his rag, because he won't suffer fools, as he puts it.
Well, that's not my problem. It's really not my problem. I mean, if you buy a house, it's up to you to insure it, not up to me to insure it for you.
As usual, Lee's impatience gets the better of him, and with their plans already made and people to see in Spain, they decide to head off there anyway. Though quite wisely, Lee refrains from flattening the fishery.
All right, I can lift it. Come on in, up it is. There we go. Right, that's it. Everything in. I should have done that, maybe.
Right, here you are. All gone, all done, all finished. That's it.
A nice look.
The fishery has been their home for over a year, and it's certainly been a roller coaster ride. There've been some good times,
But this guy's friendly and he comes up to me and...
Just a friendly fish.
there've been some bad times.
Is that enough condiments for
Yeah,
you,
that's
you
plenty.
miserable sod? Right.
We'll end up murdering each other. To hell with it, I'll get rid of the place.
And it's even got a bit ugly.
Yes.
Thank God for that. Well, sorry, old son.
But now, giving it all up may be harder than they thought.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
I'll probably regret it one day.
Oh, come on, let's go, quick.
So, finally, it's time to say goodbye.
So that's gone down now.
Let me get away from this place. Get over, Till. Come on. Oh.
Come on, Tilly, off we go. Right.
Lee and Cheryl, 2 dogs and 1 caravan, leave the fishery for good and head off to southern Spain. It's only a 3-day drive from North Wales to their rented villa, but it's taken Lee and Cheryl 9 years to get this far. The fishery's almost sold, and they're closer now to living their dream than ever before. But although they're about to start their new life in Spain, with Lee and Cheryl, old habits die hard.
Well, you know what your map reading is like. It's not the best in the world, is
Will
it?
you read the bloody map then and I'll do the driving?
No way, Jose. I'd rather have all my teeth out without gas than you driving.
And for some bizarre reason, they seem to have arrived in Spain, minus the caravan.
We left the caravan in a place called Perigueux in France. Then the next time we go, we'll get another caravan and leave it somewhere in Spain, and then we'll have caravans all the way through Spain when we're going back and forth to UK.
Oh, that's your plan.
That's my plan.
Oh,
Well, that's Lee for you. He's always got a plan up his sleeve.
we're a little early. We're almost down to the villa, but we don't actually have an appointment until about 5 hours' time. We're going to meet Julio so he can let us in the villa. So we've mistimed a little bit. So on the way down, we thought we might call in and see Sir David.
See my new mate.
So we're going to call in on him, and Lee's got an idea that he might fall for. So we'll see what
It's
happens.
not full for it. It's a little deal. He might
Yeah.
he might go for it. I'll make him an offer he can't refuse.
Oh, we've heard that before.
Yes, haven't we just, Cheryl? In fact, so has Sir David, when we first met him almost a year ago.
I bet this is David.
You're quite right, Lee. Shall I lead the way, then?
This was when Lee tried to get him to swap his 7-bedroom Spanish farmhouse
Stunning, beautiful place.
Oh, it's absolutely
Shell's falling in love with it.
stunning.
So.
for their ramshackle huts and mobile homes that are the fishery.
But have you got any pictures of the actual house?
Well, there is no house.
We're actually living in this mobile home.
No, I can't see us wanting to do it. I am sorry.
Why Lee and Cheryl couldn't see the mismatch is anyone's guess. But to soften the blow, Sir David made the fateful mistake of saying drop in any time. Words he may now live to regret.
What the flaming hell are you doing here? Why didn't you give us a buzz beforehand?
You said call in any time we were passing.
I did
I
absolutely,
said-
but it helps if you ring. I mean, I could have been away.
I said he should have
But-
rung. Hello. Mwah. Mwah. It's lovely
But
to
does
see
he?
you.
Does he never do what he's told?
Never,
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 never.
never.
No.
We were just passing from.
We are
From
very
Wales, you
lucky
see.
that you're in.
How long are you going to be here?
Well, as long as we're welcome.
Oh, no, we've just called
What
in.
I mean, have you come to stay?
No, no,
I've
no.
come, I've had an idea.
What new ones?
Well, nothing like rushing in.
Blimey.
Well, the one was you know it's a lovely place and you've got lots of space here. So,
Right. So
going
what
to
are you going to
Wishing.
suggest that we do with it?
well, I was thinking where you were going to put your golf course, we could put a couple of mobile homes on there,
And you could make some money as well.
and you could make some money, tax free.
But a mobile home or two stuck out there, be a bit of an eyesore, wouldn't it?
Oh well, but Lee is determined to press on with his pitch.
Right, well, this is perfect, absolutely perfect. You could get 1, 2, 3. You could perhaps get 4, but 3 would be very nice here. And you haven't got
What,
to cut
mobile homes? you were
Yes,
referring
yeah,
to?
you wouldn't have to cut any trees down.
So that area there, where I want a swimming pool,
Perfect, wouldn't it?
for whom, Lee?
For the residents.
Yeah, but we're the residents.
But you can charge extra.
I would like that, yes, but you know, they can have half an hour a day or something, 2:30 till 3 o'clock while I'm having lunch. The fundamental thinking behind it makes an awful lot of sense, but
dear.
not in my backyard.
Oh dear, it's not looking good.
Well, I think, as ever, when meeting Lee, it is fascinating to talk about totally new concepts that he has. However, when Lee proposes that I should put mobile homes here on this land, the answer is no. I am not having strange people wandering around this very rural environment here and getting in the way. And no thanks, not for me.
Cheryl thought I was crackers in the beginning, but if you don't ask in this world, you don't get.
So, second time around, and Sir David's not been tempted by Lee's latest madcap idea. Still, it killed a bit of free time before their appointment to meet estate agent Julio at their rented villa.
He's probably down right at the bottom. There, the gates are open, see?
Right,
So he's probably already down there.
I hope.
But it looks like there may have been some confusion along the way. Julio is nowhere to be seen.
Well, he's not here.
start moaning, for God's sake. Give him a
Driving
minute.
forever.
All right. We're here now. He'll be here.
Let me let the dogs out. Oh.
Give him
Well, that's good. They finally arrived, and Lee is already in a bad mood.
Give me the phone. Let me give him a ring. We're only 10 minutes late, so I expect he's just popped down the road a minute or
Of
something.
course he has, Malcolm.
Find entry by name. Who?
Lee O.
Lee.
Oh. I hope you made the right arrangements.
Hola, Julio. Hello, it's Cheryl. Since yesterday?
So there is a problem.
Well, I thought we agreed to meet here today.
What the friggin' hell? You Jesus Christ.
Oh,
never-
well, I won't worry about it now, but thank you ever so much. I'm sorry we missed you. I do apologise for that. Okay, bye-bye.
You're not going to tell me?
Don't look at me. He said yesterday,
Yeah.
6 o'clock, not today, 6 o'clock. It's been open all the
So I've
time.
been digging about all...
Shut up.
Oh, whose fault is that then, Cheryl?
Well, I expect it'll be my fault, Lee.
Well, I expect it will, you silly woman. Christ.
So swapping their mobile home for a beautiful Spanish villa can't stop these two arguing.
Why can't you open it? Like that. Just like that.
But at least they're feeling at home.
Oh, are we going to get bags in or what?
No, I'm going to have a look if I can get in.
Tilly, really? Yeah, keys in the door.
Oh, look. Oh, look. The keys are in the door. Well, there's a surprise.
That's Julio told me.
Their first night in paradise. But it's no different than if they were in Wales. You wonder why they bothered to come all this way. Lee and Cheryl have moved to Spain, despite a delay on the sale of their fishery in Wales. And while they sort out a permanent home in Andalusia, they're staying at a rented villa. They only arrived last night, and already things don't seem to be going too well.
I don't know why I bothered to come to this place. I really don't know why I bothered to come. Everything seems to be going wrong.
Lee is in a bit of a bad mood, yeah. There's a couple of reasons. One reason is because I'm supposed to have messed up with the appointment with Julio. We haven't actually confirmed that because I'm afraid to even look in the diary in case he's in the wrong, and I'll make it 10 times worse. The other thing is he uses Old Spice. He won't use any other aftershave, he only uses Old Spice. And he dropped his toilet bag. And of course the bottle of Old Spice just went smash. It smells lovely. Of course, that's put him in a worse mood because he can't blame me because I wasn't anywhere near him. So that's a problem. And then, of course, the third thing, which is the real reason, is because the fishery isn't completed and we haven't heard a dicky bird off anybody. We just don't know why they're messing us around all the time. It's just ridiculous.
Of course, nothing goes right. Since this Mickey Mouse place, there's Keith Russell now, this guy that desperately wants the fishery, and he hasn't completed. We got properties to see, but what's the point of going to see them? Because we can't make a decision because we haven't got the money. His mother loves him, obviously, but at this moment, I don't bloody love him.
Anyway, it can only get better, you would have thought.
Well, let's hope it does. So far, life in Spain isn't living up to their expectations.
And my back's not very good either.
Oh dear. And so, in an effort to get their dream back on track, and Lee in a better mood, since he likes nothing better than looking at land, they head off to their viewing anyway.
I'm waiting for you.
I know, and I'm waiting for the traffic.
They do need to start thinking about somewhere to live and work permanently.
He said you go up this road, and as you go down the other side, there's a concrete bunker building.
Well, there's a concrete building.
Right, this is it then. See, am I good or am I good?
On numerous trips out to Spain, Lee and Cheryl have seen umpteen plots of land that have looked promising.
It is a lovely plot, this is nice and level.
But there's always been a problem.
I don't want to forget it.
What about if we built a wall?
Oh, Cheryl, don't even think about it.
So, no sale there. Noisy neighbours.
It looked like something off the side of the docks that's just been landed off a flipping tanker. Lee, it's a container. I'm not going to be rude to the man, but it's a container.
It's for sale.
Please, God, no.
That one was out too. In fact, the trouble's always been the accommodation. But now, could this piece of land be the one that finally turns their dream into reality?
And it's got full planning permission and escritura for a warehouse, an 80 square metre warehouse. And it's perfect for snails and perfect for worms.
But where would we live?
What do you mean, where would we live?
Well, it's a simple question. Where would
An
we
80
live?
square metre warehouse.
Oh, no. No. No, the warehouse...
It's perfect, 80 square metres.
80 square metres is not much. I don't care. I
It
don't
is.
want to live in a warehouse. It's going to look like that concrete bunker.
No, it won't. It won't.
That's probably about 80 square metres.
Oh no, Cheryl. How can you turn down the chance to live in a home that's barely the size of your swimming pool? Lee's up for it.
Oh, no.
We're talking about that. I'll talk to her nicely about
You said
that.
if we bought this, you wanted to start the snail farm again.
I do.
That's what you
I
said.
do. I desperately do.
Right, so then either we got to find somewhere else to live and just have a snail farm here and waste a hell of a lot of land, or get a mobile home on here.
You said you didn't want to live in a mobile home as well.
I haven't got any option, have I? I'm never going to get a house from you. So what choice have I got? A cave, a container, a warehouse, or a mobile home?
That's right.
Not much of a choice, but
So another mobile home and everyone will be happy. But for it all to work out, they need the sale of the fishery to go through. All they can do is wait. 2 days later, and Lee and Cheryl are enjoying themselves at the villa. They seem to be in good spirits.
you could have just got in the pool, couldn't you? You have to get in the pool.
I'm in the pool.
I know.
Lee, what are you doing?
I clean the pool. Doesn't everybody clean the pool like this?
Lee, I'm quite sure everybody doesn't clean the pool with a kitchen mop.
Well, it seemed logical. No, actually, we're having a silly afternoon because we had some cracking news. So go on, my darling, you can tell him.
We had a phone call from the solicitor to say that the job is done. The fishery is sold. Completion took place this morning at 9:30. All the T's are crossed, all the I's are dotted. And where do you want the money, missus? I said, in my bank, please. Thank you very much.
Job done.
Job done.
JD.
So we are slightly euphoric, trying to be adult about it, and failing miserably. And that's why Lee is cleaning the pool with a kitchen mop.
A drop of brandy as well helps, and just seemed like a good idea.
Well, that's one way to celebrate, I suppose. But Lee's happy because the fishery is sold, and Cheryl's happier still to see Lee doing some cleaning. Suddenly, life in Spain is looking up. And the next morning, Lee's good mood continues, and again makes him do something a bit out of character. Lee and Cheryl are going to a job interview.
Because now we're out here, we've got to earn some money somehow. So this seems like a good idea.
They've arranged to meet Nick, whose company sells mobile homes to various sites throughout Spain.
Oh, there's his van.
There he is.
Lee and Cheryl are hoping that while their snail farm is set up, he'll give them a job selling mobile homes on this site in Bizarra. And they've certainly dressed to impress.
Nice to meet you.
Cheryl.
Cheryl?
Pleased to meet you. At last?
Yeah,
We've
you too.
spoken many times. So this is the site then?
Yeah, this is it, pretty much so. Well, you can't actually see all of it at the moment. It goes up to the top of the tree line there. That's the highest part of the site. But
Oh, that's
hopefully, you know, you guys will turn out to be the super sellers and just sell them all. You know?
Cheryl likes doing the talking.
Yes, she certainly does, as we saw 6 months ago at El Chorro campsite.
What are you kidding? No, it is right. Put it there, mate. I just made a sale, man.
And then at the NEC Mobile Home Exhibition.
So what I'll do is, if I take your name and address, I'll send you the leaflets.
When she was at her selling best.
She's a star, she really is. In the last hour, we've had around about 50 people inquiring.
But Lee's heart never seemed in it.
You disappeared.
But maybe this time he can be talked round. After all, getting this job and earning some money is actually quite important.
I mean, you can see here that what we're actually doing is we're replanting a lot of the trees. Each owner of each park home gets an actual orange tree and a lemon tree.
Really?
So if they're sitting on their veranda, you know, they can pull the lemon off and stick it in the G&T.
Oh, it looks like it could be working. A mention of mobile homes and a stiff drink, and Lee is all ears. Nick could have just found himself the perfect salesman and a new best friend.
Here we're actually getting to the top part of the site, which is what they're calling Millionaires Row.
Really?
Buildings that are going to be put up here are going to be quite high tech, which will enable people to be at home in the UK, go on the internet and turn on the lights in their house to see
That's
what's
a bit
going
too technical
on.
for you, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's not my scene, that, you know.
No, right.
No.
Uh-oh, back off, Nick. That's a bit too much for this old dinosaur. But despite Lee's enthusiasm waning, Cheryl doesn't want to pass up on this opportunity.
You arrange these inspection trips from the UK, we meet them, then what are we expected to do? What's our...
Will help
Oh,
you,
Nick's still losing, Lee.
You'll just take them out and get them completely drunk.
And not even the idea of a drink can bring him back in the fold.
Meeting these people, greeting them. Now, this plan here, and then you can see the...
Nick drones on some more.
Through this entrance, that actual area is where we'll have...
Cheryl's still with him,
Almost a little...
but Lee's gone completely now.
built in. There's obviously restaurants and schools going to be built around here as well.
Come on, Lee, wake up.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Lee's obviously not riveted by the idea of selling mobile homes on this site. But what does Nick think of them?
Really nice people, first impression. Yeah, really nice. It does look promising. You know, hopefully we can find a place for them. And yeah, it looks great.
So, amazingly, Lee's lack of enthusiasm doesn't seem to have harmed their chances of being offered a job. And back at the villa that evening, it should be champagne all round.
Well, we've had a marvellous week, to be fair. The fishery got sold. Massive weight off his mind, because he was more worried than I was about it. Then, of course, there was a piece of land. He went to look at it. He liked it straight away. He's putting a deposit down on it. That's where the snail farm's going to go. Great, another thing done. Nick came over and they've offered us a job. So I'm quite, you know, pleased, considering what we've been through over the last few weeks. But is he happy? Is he hell?
But it's a bit too corporate, it's a bit too, well, I don't know, plastic. I've always worked for myself and I don't know if I want to do it or not. But Shell wants to. We've got to earn some pennies, so I don't know. We'll talk about it, but at the moment I'm 50-50.
But I'm quite happy, and this is supposed to be a celebratory dinner. So whether we end up celebrating or not is anyone's guess. But we'll wait and see.
Well, clearly Lee and Cheryl have some discussing to do.
We've got to earn some money somewhere.
So my dream's gone out the window.
No, it's not.
I want to get
But when have we ever known them to do that quietly?
Can I if I'm working for somebody else?
You don't have to do that. I do that. I'm the one with
Oh.
the big mouth. I can see to people, etc. You can't do that.
So I'm a spare part now, am I?
Oh, here we go. Here we
Correct.
go. You childish little
Lovely, thank you very much.
Well, honest to God. We're trying to make a life for ourselves.
Forget it.
Oh no, just as everything was going so well.
You can open this thing or not?
No, chuck it in the bin, I don't want
Lee and Cheryl have taken nearly 9 years to get this far, so will they ever truly fulfill their dream and find their perfect place in Spain?